I go by Digital Crates, representing for HipHopSince1987.com. We're an independent blog based out of Philly, but we got staff in Florida and in Atlanta. We're tapped into your music, man. We've been posting a lot of your stuff for seems like years now. Like you've been really putting your foot on the gas, but just really this last year especially, you've been going so hard. So we really respect what you got going on. I'm a fan of the music. But for the people that don't know you, because they sure gonna pick up on the energy coming soon, maybe you could just tell them your name and where you're from to get started.
You know, they call me Trapland Pat. I'm from South Florida, Broward County to be exact, off of exit 41. Deerfield Beach, it's a small town. You know, I'm a Haitian kid, grew up in a two-parent household, played sports growing up and shit. Got a lot of homeboys, a lot of Haitian homeboys.
Yeah, I talked to a lot of artists that like got their start with sports,
Yeah.
and it's something about that competition and that community that like passes over to music. Maybe you could talk about what got you involved in music. Like, how'd you start taking this so seriously?
You know, I used to play ball, and I ended up catching some charges when I was playing ball, and I lost a scholarship.
Mm-hmm.
So in my head, I was like, damn, what's the next thing that I could chase, like a dream, but I gotta work for it. So I looked at the music, tried it. I was playing around with it, but I started taking it more serious because you know, with anything, they gonna tell you anything you wanna do in life. If you wanna be good at it, you have to take it serious.
True.
That's what I ended up doing, treating the rap stuff just like football, going to practice, like going to the studio, repetition and
Yeah.
stuff. You're only gonna get better if you're not bullshitting.
Yeah, and not just that. Like, if you treat it like a job, you gonna get paid. There's no doubt about it.
That's,
And
that's
your grind is crazy. Like, what kind of like inspired you musically and want to like keep up with like some of the people that inspired you?
pay attention to all the other top artists that's like currently at the top trend. I mean, you don't know what they do when they get off that Instagram map. They
Yeah,
work hard, man.
yeah.
A lot of them artists work hard. They spend nights in the studio, especially the Future. If you listen to their music, the stuff that they say, all that 56 nights, it really had to grind and work. Really had to grind and work. Nothing was like handing out, even though it looked like it was handed out. You don't know what happened behind closed doors and how much work they had to put in to get to their point right now.
No, your music is a testament to that. The music and the numbers. It's like it keeps getting better. The numbers keep getting bigger and bigger, and it's like there's no cap in it. Like everything is like from the muscle, off the arm, like crazy grind. Like, how long would you say it took you to like get your sound developed to like
Yeah,
where it's at now?
wow, man. I was in 11th grade when I went to my 11th 10th grade when I went to my first studio session. So probably since 2014, 2015.
Mm.
So I've been rapping for a minute, like 6, 7, 8 years. So that's exactly how long it probably took. It's like it's not really about the flow. I feel like it's more of a tone thing. But my voice was changing around. My
Hmm.
voice was I'm a late bloomer, so my voice was kept changing around. It'll have a high, it'll have a low. So my voice kept going. I couldn't find my sound, but I was
Hmm.
still working. I knew eventually the sound gonna come. You
Yeah.
still have to work. So now I think I'm breaking into that sound that I really want.
And your sound to me is so unique, and I think a lot of it comes from the beats that you rap on. Like it's a lot slower, like
Mm.
in tempo than a lot of other Florida and down south music, but it's still got that bounce. I mean, the bounce is so crazy, and the music is a vibe. Like you could do anything to it. It's for the streets, it's for the clubs, it's for the ladies,
Yeah,
like it's for
for everywhere.
everyone. Like it's
Yeah.
such a genuine vibe. Like, but for people that haven't heard you yet, how would you describe your music to them?
I'm gonna tell them like more of a trap animated sound, man. It's like a trap. You can make money to it. You can do anything to it. You can
Yeah.
bop your head to it. You could dance. So that's why I say like a trap melodic tone.
And it's just like such good energy. Like I knew like the first couple times I saw your videos just scrolling like on the gram, I'm like, yo, this guy's gonna go. This is an artist that people are really, really gonna like because it's just so like unique. your voice, the beats is unlike anyone I've heard before. But with that said, it's so true to the soil. Like the music is like unapologetically South. Like it's so dope. Like it's just like it's crazy to me. Maybe you could talk about the production, like how you pick the beats. What's like a typical studio session like when you're making the music?
I don't even go to the I won't even go to the studio if I don't have any beats. So
Mm,
like I'm really picky with the beats. They'll send me 100 and I'll probably only take like 19.
mm,
Like, I'm not gonna because at the end of the day, if somebody tell you the beat doesn't matter, I mean they're kind of not lying, but at the same time they're lying because nobody wants to listen to no garbage beat. And if the
that's
beat's
true.
not good, that just means you have to work harder on your delivery too.
Yeah.
But you could always bring out a beat, but you could get half the job done by picking a nice beat that everybody could just bob their head to. And
No, that's I always say the hotter the beat, the hotter the song. It like
harder to harder to song.
yeah, it goes together. And your stuff is just the 808s is so hard, but your voice like you ride right on the beat like perfectly. Like it's that's what I say. I think your music's really for the car for
Wait till you hear
riding down.
new stuff, man. When you hear this new stuff, you really gonna be like, "Wait."
And your catalog is big. Like you got a lot of music out there. Like I think that's what separates you from other artists is that you got a lot of work out there, and it's all high quality. But what would you say like separates you from other artists that's coming out right now?
My layout, the way I lay out songs, the way I do the hook, verses and stuff. I'm not copying nobody, and I'm not saying nobody copying me, but I'm saying I think that's what makes me different.
Yeah.
The way I lay out my songs,
Now how
different
did
way I
now how did, now how does that work? Are you constantly writing like
constantly.
before you even hear the beat? Like
Yeah, I could just see something outside and just tie it into one of my rhymes. Yeah,
yeah,
I'm always writing.
'cause I can hear it like the music is visual. It's like animated, like you said. And the videos too, the videos are so high quality. Like, how involved are you in that process of coming up with like the locations,
Oh
the
yeah, I be
treatments?
trying to come up with the right treatment. Me and the cameraman's always like, before we start, we always like brainstorming how we could get this done and what type of look we chasing, stuff like that. So I always try to make sure we're on point with it.
Yeah, I mean
Not my best.
it's a lot. It's a lot of music, a lot of videos, but you active on social media too. It's like you're everywhere. How do you find the time to like balance all that? Like, how does that go for you?
I feel like if you can always find time for things that you really like, really want to do. Too. But I follow a set schedule. I follow a
Mm,
schedule. Like certain times I'm on social media, certain times I'm at the gym, certain times I'm at this.
yeah,
Try to keep myself busy. You know, you had too much free time, you just end up doing something stupid, spending a large amount of money for no reason.
I know that's right.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's like the schedule is definitely the key to success. Like, what keeps you motivated through that to like keep the schedule, keep getting bigger and better with what you're doing?
Man, I pay attention to like doctors and stuff, like people that have like high jobs, they're always working. You're never gonna
Yeah,
see them just laying down, kick back TV. No, they know if they get complacent right now, something
yeah,
bad can happen.
that's real. Yeah, I know people that like will just lay out until they catch a play, and I'm like, you got to be the play. Like, you got to make the play happen. Like, that's what it
How to
is.
make the play happen. You can't just sit back and be stagnant. You gotta be active.
Yeah, that's true. And one thing I like that you're active with is you collaborate with a lot of artists. And it's like, how does that typically go with artists? Do they reach out to you? Do you reach out to them? Like, how does the collaboration process go?
Yeah, sometimes they'll reach out to me or if I see something I think is fire, I'll tell them, man, I ain't gonna lie, man. Shit. Give props when it's due. You always
Yeah,
gotta give props when it's due. Some people don't feel like that. I never feel like you can't be friendly. It's business, you know,
that's true.
business, man.
Yeah,
They feel until you can make somebody day just by complimenting their work.
that's right. And I know it's different down here. Like, where I'm from in Philly, it's a lot of shade. A lot of people hate on everyone's come up. But I noticed down here in Florida, a lot of y'all artists stick together and like, and
But they,
see the
yeah,
bigger
they trying to
picture.
fit together for sure. I'm trying to fit together. You know
Yeah,
how
that's
Atlanta
true.
got it going on right now.
Yeah, but Florida's like the new Atlanta. That's what I keep telling people. Like this is where it is
Florida,
now.
Florida lit right now.
But I see you moving around. Like I see you got videos in New York. out in Cali. What's some of the favorite places you've been that this music has taken you so far?
Probably in Cali, in California, to the jungles. It's a place
Yeah,
called the Jungle. I recently shot a video in their neighborhood with them.
yeah,
It's supposed to drop this weekend, but yeah, that was the scenery, the vibe over there is just nice. Like, that Cali
yeah.
life different. That Cali life different.
It's really different.
Yeah, LA sit back, relax.
It's crazy, but I love it, man. But the jungles is special. Every hood in LA has its own vibe, you know what I mean? And it's just kind of like how every city up and down the coast in Florida has its own vibe, its own wave, and it's like I could see people in LA really vibing to your music. I see people in New York going crazy. Down where I'm at, it's like you really crossing over. But
Mm-hmm.
you've been putting in the work. Like if you don't mind for a couple minutes, I just want to talk about some of the music itself. So Interstate Baby, like you hit him off the head. That buffering was crazy. That Mercy was crazy. Like,
Yeah.
what was it like when you first started kind of getting those numbers and like
Yeah,
it must
around those times,
yeah,
I ain't gonna lie, around those times, I was just dropping, man.
yeah,
Dropping. Around that time, I just knew I had to keep working because I was trying to find the sound too.
yeah,
Definitely trying to find the sound too. And then I was around other artists like 26 Coop, LOE
mm,
Shimmy, FCG him around those times.
yeah,
We used to spend all nighters in the studio working.
yeah,
Even if we weren't like working together, it's like separate rooms. We're working, man. If I'm in
grinding.
the room with somebody else in the other room, and we just kept it going. Around
Yeah,
that
man.
time, we wouldn't even think it was just dropping.
And then like I said, the numbers keep growing. Like then you got Blood, Sweat, and Tears and
Yeah, I love
Emergency.
that. That's one of
And
my favorite songs, bro. The favorite
I
songs that I ever made.
I love those two, Emergency, Blood, Sweat, and Tears. And you dropped at the same time, and like that was like and then you didn't even stop. It's like then comes another album. You know what I mean? Like 2020 Vision, pop
Kept
right there. Like
kept feeding them, kept feeding them.
it's like so. What's the philosophy behind that? A lot of artists is like, oh, I'll drop a single. Like, but you really have
I
these
don't know.
projects, these
That's
albums.
because like back then, everybody was like that. They were like, bro, you should just drop singles and I just be like, but I got all these songs, so I'm just gonna release them,
Yeah,
man. Like I can't be cuffing all these songs and just be sitting on all these songs because they could get out of hand. So I was just dropping them with projects, trying to shoot a couple visuals.
yeah.
Still will get the most plays. That's what I'm gonna try to shoot a video for.
But it seems like you got a formula. Like you'll hit them with a 1-2 punch, and then the album, because then you have Big Business and Crash, and then right there with Through the Door album. So it's like I'm seeing this formula. Like, how, do you have like a team behind you that's working together to make all this happen? Like, how does all this like seemingly drop at the perfect time? Like, what's it like behind the scenes?
I ain't gonna lie, that shit just random, man. I swear I just draw.
Yeah,
It's not really a step that I take, but when I just see, like, I got a good feeling that, okay, it's time to hit them with the project, I just try to read the room, see how my fans are reacting, how I'm dropping.
yeah.
I feel like I gotta feed them, just feed them.
That kind of attitude, that's gonna come back to you. That karma, like you know what I mean. You're gonna be blessed. You keep blessing the streets with this fire, it's gonna come back to you, no doubt about it. But now we got Trapnificent. We got a new project out. It's crazy. And it's even animated. The cover's animated. It's got a lot of personality. Not many features. It's really just you showing off. Like, maybe you could
And
just talk about the inspiration behind this new project.
I just wanted to flood them. I ain't gonna lie, with this project, I wanted to flood them with a whole lot of songs that they've been waiting on too.
Yeah,
Songs that really meant a lot to me too.
yeah,
You know, it included a couple singles from last year that did pretty good that I wanted to remind them about, just in case, some people attention spans are short, so
it's
just wanted
true.
to, come on, man, go look at this, man. You probably didn't see this, but yeah, I had like 4 features on there, 14 songs, with like 18 total. Plus, I'm gonna be dropping 2 more singles,
Okay.
like 3 real soon that didn't fit on the tape
Mm,
because of clearance issues. So yeah, yeah, man, it really was gonna be like a 20 track. 20 track list tape, man.
Yeah, it's almost a double album almost right there. It's
Hmm.
crazy.
So yeah,
I
I'm
really I
feeling
really
blessed.
like the song. I really like the song Active with Mozzie. Mozzie's just one of the realest in the game. There's no doubt about it. How did that come together?
But that man's so real. I hit that man up for a feature, right? And then he gave me a price, and I'm over here trying to figure out how I'm gonna do the feature. The same night, he was just like, "Hey, just send that song right quick." I sent it to him. He recorded on the song, sent it back. I'm like,
Yeah.
damn, uh, man, he real for that one right there.
Yeah.
So we,
Honorable. Yeah. I mean, that's an artist I really respect in the game right now. Like that collaboration that you guys got is
I respect.
that's next level. That Active, that's one of them ones. Like we riding around to
He
that
might,
down here.
he
Like,
got to catch on that.
ooh, it's crazy. And then you got the video for Astronaut Status. Insane collaboration. How did the relationship with Fredo come together?
I always used to go to the studio when he recording music, so
Mm,
I was getting a lot of tips from him too.
yeah,
'Cause, you can learn from anybody. It doesn't matter.
it's
I was
true.
learning a lot from him. And one day he was just like, "You don't got nothing you want me to get on?" I played a couple songs and he heard astronaut status.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, he could rip it. And he just laid out the verse that quick. He had another song he wanted me to get on, wrote to it, laid it down. That's how Love and Heartbreaks came about.
mm,
We knocked
yeah, that's
out,
wild.
the song was good. It was just everything was natural. It wasn't just oh, you come to the studio this day and we'll do the song.
Yeah, that's the best way when it's not forced. When it's like you don't really need me, I don't really need you, but when we come together and we want to make this
Right.
happen,
Yeah.
it's magic. You know what I mean? Every time. So who's some artists out right now or producers, artists or producers that you would want to collaborate with coming soon?
Bro, Weezy out of here.
Yeah, fire.
ATL Jacob, ATL Jacob, DJ Mustard,
Mm,
Dr. Dre.
yeah.
It was the big boys right there.
Yeah, I would like to hear you on some West Coast slaps, on some mustard type or
Yeah,
Ron. There's a producer out there named Ron. I can see you going crazy with
I would
Ron.
love
Like,
that. I would love
oh
that.
my goodness, crazy. And yeah, ATL Jacob got that slap right
Big
now. Like,
Khaled.
oh yeah, I can see you on a Khaled joint. Like, no doubt about it. Like, that's all coming. That's all coming. So I know you got some fans that are rabid. Like, what's like a message you can kind of give to your fans, or maybe something they can look forward to the rest of the year?
Man, I just want everybody to stay positive because
Mm,
whatever you dish out into the universe comes right back to you.
it's true.
So no need to walk around here mourning or whatever, dwelling on the past. The future way more brighter than what you seen back
That's
then.
right. So I know you said you got two singles on the way, project out now. What's coming down the line? Like, what's the next like year or two look like?
I'm switching the floor. I'm
Yeah.
going back to how I really used to rap. I see you know a lot about my old takes.
Oh
So
yeah.
I'm going back to like that no hook, 60 bars,
Yeah.
in
Give it
each
to them.
song, and it's straight spitting.
And what about touring? Is there like any shows coming up? Anything that people can see you in
Oh yeah, I
person?
got a lot of shows. I got Rolling Loud next month. Yeah, I got Rolling Loud. I got some shows coming up. I got like 2, 3 shows. I'm still getting booked. Want to get booked more though, but I gotta thank God I'm getting booked pretty good. So I
Yeah.
can't complain. Taking care of the family.
Hey man, that's what it's all about at the end of the
Yeah,
day. You know what I mean?
that's
Taking
what it's
care of
all about.
people. That's for real,
How
for real.
people complain.
So like at our website, we have like a lot of young creatives on the come up that's tapped in. Not just artists, but video directors, DJs, stuff like that. Like, what's like maybe some advice you could give to them, or maybe some advice that you've been given that you could pass on to help somebody get where you're at in your career?
I feel like you could be grinding. You might not know your destination, but always have an idea of where you want to go. Because eventually everything's just gonna fall in place. Because you kept that in the back of your mind that you know what you're doing.
Right? That's wild. What about like the future? Where do you see like this music taking you? Are you trying to get in like movies, TV shows? Like what's coming down the
Yeah,
line?
I would love to get into that movie, TV shows, but I want to be an entrepreneur too. I want to
Mm,
be like a real businessman. I don't want to have to rely too much on the music. I'll have some artists though under my wings that's making music. I wouldn't mind pushing somebody real hard too.
yeah,
'Cause
that'd be
I see what
fire.
it takes and I see what it do. But
That'd be
yeah,
fire. Oh yeah, so before we wrap up, I just kind of want to give you the floor. I don't know if you got any shout outs, Any thank yous, any
Uh,
last
man,
words, but it's all on you.
man, shout out to Hip Hop since '1987 out of
Yes,
Philly,
sir.
man. Mm. I appreciate y'all for steady posting me. Even before I blew, you guys were always in my corner. So it's a special shout out to you guys. I want to give a shout out to my family, supporters, friends. I want everybody to go check out my latest album, the mixtape that I just dropped, Trapnificent. Let me know what you think, man. Negative and positive feedback counts. So,
Yeah.
uh,
Yeah, any feedback is good feedback as long as they listening, right?
for sure, for sure.
Yeah, well, big respect to you, man. Thank you so much for taking the time today. Like, keep
Big
going,
respect.
man. I see big blessings coming your way in the next year or two, man. Like, you keep working, it's gonna
Thank
come
you.
for you, my guy. All right, man. Big salute, G. Peace.